In the enchanted Kingdom of Lumaria, young Prince Orion held the powerful sword, Eldrion, but he still felt uncertain about his new role. The kingdom believed he was their protector, yet he wasn't sure how to use Eldrion's powers or what it truly meant to lead. One evening, he noticed something in the distance, a faint light glowing atop a mountain. His parents had once mentioned a mysterious wizard named Althar who lived in a hidden tower far from the kingdom. Althar was wise and powerful, and many believed he held the secrets of Lumaria. Determined to find answers, Orion decided to set off on a journey to meet Althar. As he ventured through fields and climbed winding paths, he felt the weight of his task, but also a sense of hope. The journey was long, and he faced steep cliffs and dense forests, but his heart guided him. At last, Orion reached the hidden tower. It was tall and surrounded by an air of mystery. Just as he was about to knock on the door, it creaked open on its own. Inside, the room was dimly lit, and shelves overflowed with ancient books, strange potions, and artifacts from long ago. At the center of the room stood an old man with a long silver beard and eyes that twinkled like stars. This was Althar. "Prince Orion," Althar greeted him, his voice deep and calm. "I've been expecting you." Orion took a deep breath, feeling both curious and a little nervous. "Althar, I've come because I don't understand my role or this sword, Eldrion. I want to protect Lumaria, but I don't know how." Althar smiled kindly. "Eldrion chose you, young prince, but the sword's true power can only be unlocked by a worthy heart and mind. There are dark forces stirring, shadows that were once banished, but are beginning to return to Lumaria. These shadows will bring trials and dangers that Lumaria has not seen for centuries." Orion's eyes widened. "Shadows? Do you mean evil forces?" Althar nodded gravely. "Yes, only you have the power to stop them. But you must first learn to understand magic, to use Eldrion wisely, and to face fear with courage." With that, Althar offered to teach Orion the ways of magic. Each morning, Orion would visit the tower, and Althar would teach him spells to protect, to heal, and to see beyond what others could see. They began with simple spells, like lighting a candle with a thought or making a flower bloom. Orion struggled at first, but Althar encouraged him to focus, reminding him that patience was the first step toward wisdom. One afternoon, Althar placed a large, old book in front of Orion. The book was called The Ancient Book of Shadows, and it contained the history of Lumaria's battles with darkness. "Read this," Althar instructed. "It will show you that every great leader must face darkness but must also believe in the light within." As Orion read, he learned about the ancient evil forces that had once threatened Lumaria. But he also read of heroes who had fought with courage, kindness, and wisdom. These stories inspired him, showing him that being a protector meant more than wielding a sword. It meant leading with heart. One evening, after a day of intense training, Althar took Orion to the top of the tower where they could see the whole kingdom. The sun was setting, and Lumaria sparkled below in shades of gold and purple. Althar turned to him and said, "You are not just a warrior, Orion. You are a guide, a protector, and a friend to all creatures. Remember, Eldrion's magic responds to love and kindness, not anger or greed." Suddenly, a strange sound echoed in the distance, like the whispering of shadows. Orion felt a chill and instinctively gripped Eldrion's hilt. "What was that?" he asked, his voice steady but his heart racing. "An old enemy," Althar replied quietly. "The shadows are growing stronger. But fear not, for this is why you are here, Orion. You are training so that, when the time comes, you will be ready to face this darkness." Orion knew then that his journey was only beginning. Althar's lessons would be his shield, and Eldrion would be his light. He understood that, while there would be dangers, his strength lay not just in his sword, but in his spirit, his wisdom, and his kindness toward others. Each one bringing Orion closer to understanding his role. But he also realized that he had to prove himself worthy of the power he held. There would be times he would face fear, but he would also find courage. For that was the heart of Lumaria, the belief that light could always conquer darkness. As Orion left the tower for the last time, he looked back at Althar with gratitude. "Thank you, Althar. I am ready for what lies ahead." Althar smiled, his eyes twinkling. "You are ready, young prince. Go forth, and may the light of Lumaria be with you." With Althar's wisdom, Eldrion's power, and the courage in his heart, Prince Orion began his journey back to the kingdom, prepared to face whatever trials the shadows might bring. For he knew that he was not alone. He was part of Lumaria, and Lumaria was part of him. And so, with each step, he felt the strength of a true leader. A strength built on wisdom, courage, and kindness as he prepared to protect his beloved Kingdom of Lumaria.